Back with you here at McDonough Park. Having come back with you for Red Wings TV. Apologize again for some technical difficulties, as the internet giving me all sorts of trouble here this evening. Hopefully it sticks now, as Zach Miller popped out to second base to start the inning. Nick Lebraska up now with a 1-1 count from Pioneer starter Jimmy Ramsey, and the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Lebraska 2 for 2, two singles coming in the first inning and the third inning. He came around to score in the third. 2-1 is swung on and missed. Lebraska taking a healthy hack at that one, coming up empty, and it's 2-2. Lebraska probably the one guy in the order who's not being towered over by starter Jimmy Ramsey, as Ramsey stands 6'7". Lebraska 6'5" himself. 2-2 in the dirt, and the count runs full, 3-2. Mentioned Lebraska seeing his first action in 7 days. Yesterday was 1 for 4 in the loss. Today, 2 for 2. As the 3-2 pitch is shot foul down the first base line. First baseman Liam Hibbett's giving chase, but he will turn away from that one, and it will end up in the Red Wings bullpen. So count still 3-2 to Nick Lebraska, looking to reach base for the third time here this evening. From the windup, the 3-2 from Ramsey. Grounded left side, as getting a glove on it will be shortstop Jordan Westberg, but the throw not even close. And that'll be an infield single for Nick Lebraska, as he is now 3 for 3 on the day with 3 singles. So 1 out and 1 on, as Nick Lebraska 3 for 3 on the day, and Jack Harris will come up to the plate. If you're just joining us, again, apologies for some technical difficulties. You missed Zach Miller pop out to second baseman Mason Rollman, as this one is grounded to short. Westberg on to second for 1, and on to first, not in time, as a good pick made by Liam Hibbets just to keep that ball in front of him. As Nick Lebraska erased that second base, Jack Harris will reach first on the fielder's choice, and there are 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. As again, we apologize for some technical difficulties. Some nights the internet wants to cooperate, some nights it just doesn't, and there's really no real reason for it that I can see. It's just kind of random. Some nights it's great, some nights it's not. As the first pitch to Jared Gillis is fouled back, and it's 0-1. Gillis 2 for 2 on the day, a double and a run scored back in the second, and a single and a run scored just last inning in the third, the inning that saw the Red Wings put out 5 runs. 0-1 is low, and the count 1-1 now on Gillis, as the Red Wings with 11 hits off of starter Jimmy Ramsey, as we sit here in the fourth inning with 2 outs. 1-1, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch by Jimmy Ramsey, and it's 1-2. Sun just about to retreat behind the trees in left field. That'll give you a better view if you're watching at home on the live stream. 1-2, runner goes, and the pitch is swung on and missed. So it's a strikeout, and the throw down to second does not matter, as the inning is over on the swinging strikeout by Jared Gillis. We are through 4 innings here at McDonough Park. 8-4, Red Wings still on top. Move to the fifth inning. 8-4, Geneva on top. Evan Carr back with you for Red Wings TV. As we hope the internet will hold up with this stream, as I'm sure it's frustrating watching along at home. I do encourage you to subscribe to our channel, because then it will be easier to find the new stream if the internet does go down. Just go back to our channels page and find the one that's live, as the first pitch of the fifth inning to Liam Hibbets is inside for ball one. Hoping that everything is squared away now as we sit here in the fifth inning. 8-4, Red Wings on top. 1-0 to Hibbets. Popped up, right side, going out is short second baseman Justin Etz, as he is now called off by right fielder Jared Gillis, who comes on to make the catch. And that is the first out here in the fifth inning. So 1 out, and Mason Rollman coming to the plate. As I mentioned earlier, subscribing to the channel does help when the internet goes down. My mom listens to the games, and she mentions that if you're a subscriber, it automatically gives you the new stream when one goes down. So definitely helpful if you tend to watch a lot of the games, as I know a lot of you do. I've spoken to a lot of parents of families, as the first pitch to Rollman's low and in the dirt. And here's the 1-0 on the outside corner, 1-1. Spoken to a lot of families of players for anywhere from New York to Alabama to California that follow along. So it does help to subscribe to our channel, as the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch there from Lubreski, and it's 1-2. As I do the best I can to keep you guys update on what's going on, but sometimes the internet just doesn't want to cooperate. 1-2 to Rollman. Grounded to second. Coming on is Etz. He fields and will throw on to first for the second out here in the top of the fifth.
Designated hitter number 8, Trevor Henneman.
So 2 quick outs for Lubreski, and Trevor Henneman will come to the plate. Henneman 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to third baseman Austin Jackson. Both of his prior at-bats, he ended the first inning and the third inning, both on groundouts to the Red Wings third baseman. First pitch to him this time is a called strike, and it's 0-1 on the native of Corning, New York, Trevor Henneman. From the windup, the 0-1. Just outside, and the count 1-1. Henneman, 6 foot even, 225 pounds. Recent high school graduate, committed to play at Division I Canisius, as he takes the 1-1 pitch down low, and it's 2-1 on Henneman. Came in hitting .261 in 20 contests, 4 doubles and 11 RBIs. 2-1. Swing and a miss, as Henneman got a piece of catcher Zach Miller on the swing, as that must have been the backswing from Trevor Henneman that got a piece of the left arm. Catcher Zach Miller, he hops right back behind the plate, looks to be okay, and we'll have a 2-2 pitch to Trevor Henneman, and here it is. Grounded left side and taking a crazy hop and bouncing over the head of Austin Jackson into left field for a 2-out single. So had that hop been routine, that might have been the third ground out of the night to third base for Henneman. But instead, taking a crazy hop at third base, as we've seen time and time again, there must be a lip over in front of third where the grass meets the dirt, as sometimes balls can hit that and just shoot off into left field, as it did right there. This time grounded to third and just foul, as the first pitch to Tom Henderson is a strike, and it's 0-1. There's nothing Austin Jackson could do on that one. That ground ball looked like it was right to him, but at the last second, as I mentioned, shot up like it hit a ramp and ended up 4 or 5 feet over Jackson. 0-1 is in there, and it's quickly 0-2 on Tom Henderson, native of Walnut Creek, California. He is 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out to third baseman Austin Jackson, who's been busy defensively tonight, and he also singled and scored just last inning in the fourth. 0-2, swing and a miss. Nasty off-speed pitch from Sean Lubreski, as Tom Henderson throws the bat towards the dugout in disgust as he is retired. For the final out here in the top of the fifth, we go to the bottom of the fifth, still 8-4, Red Wings on top. go to the bottom of the fifth. It will be the bottom of the order for the Wings, 7-8-9. Led off by Austin Jackson, and there's a new pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers, right-hander number 31, Billy, coming on to make his 11th appearance of the season and the second in as many nights against the Red Wings. He worked just a third of an inning last night in the Pioneers' 6-2 win at Dunn Field over Geneva. First pitch of his outing tonight is a called strike to Austin Jackson, so that closes the book on starter Jimmy Ramsey. He worked 4 innings, 11 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He is in line for his second loss of the season. The 0-1 to Jackson. Breaking ball on the inside corner, and it's 0-2 on Austin Jackson. 1 for 1 here today. Singled in the second and walked and scored in the third. The 0-2 from Billy Gregory. Fouled back, and it will stay 0-2. Gregory from Swoyersville, Pennsylvania, pitches at Division II Mansfield University in Pennsylvania. 0-0 for the Pioneers on the season is Gregory with a 3.37 ERA in 13 1/3 innings of work. The 0-2 to Jackson. Foul back as just getting a piece of that breaking ball is Jackson. Good job to just fight that one off and stay alive, as that was fouled off at the plate off of catcher Tanner Johnson. And Jackson will live to see another pitch. Gregory set at the letters, and the 1-2 to Jackson. Shot into shallow right field, and that one's on the line, and it's a fair ball. Into the corner, Tom Henderson, right fielder, over to field. He will throw into second, and the tag is in time to get Austin Jackson trying to stretch that one into a double, but the second hit of the game for Jackson as he remains red hot. But he was thrown out trying to stretch that one into a double for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. Justin Etz will come to the plate now as we will elaborate more on reliever Billy Gregory's numbers. 13 1/3 innings on the season, 19 hits, 7 runs, only 5 earned, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts for the right-hander Billy Gregory. As now, not quite sure what happened. Oh, it looks like it is Jordan Westberg, the shortstop, who applied that tag of Austin Jackson at second base. Looks like he got some dirt in his eye, as the trainer for the Pioneers will bring him out some eye drops. Try to clear that out. As he puts the hat back on, gives a point out to right fielder Tom Henderson and says, hey, good throw, by the way. As he retreats back to his position at short, and catcher Tanner Johnson will head back behind the plate. So a little bit of a delay, but now Justin Etz will dig in with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Gregory at Division II Mansfield was 1-1 with an 8.18 ERA in 9 outings. 2 of them were starts. The first pitch to Justin Etz is just outside, and it's 1-0. Etz 1 for 2 on the day. His fielder's choice in the second brought in a run for the Red Wings, and he also singled and scored in the third. The 1-0. Breaking ball just low, and 2 close pitches, but 2 balls for Billy Gregory, and it's 2-0 to the Red Wings second baseman, Justin Etz. The 2-0. Chop left side, coming on and making a good pick is third baseman Blaine Smith. He throws across, and a good pick by first baseman Liam Hibbets for the second out here in the bottom of the fifth. A good play on both ends there. A tough pick by third baseman Blaine Smith. He delivered a quick throw over to first that was also in the dirt, and another tough pick on the other end for first baseman Liam Hibbets, but a good play all around as the Red Wings thought that ball might have been foul. It was right on the line, but ultimately called a fair ball, and 2 outs for Mike Piscores as the first pitch to him is on the outside corner, 0-1. Piscores 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to right field in the second and struck out swinging in the third. 0-1. Good breaking ball. Catches the plate, and it's 0-2 on Piscores, native of Millington, Connecticut. He plays at Division II University of Tampa, one of the better Division II schools in the entire country. The 0-2 pitch. Chopped slowly and getting over the head of the pitcher as second baseman Mason Rollman will come on and field and just get Mike Piscores at first. A good play by Mason Rollman as the Red Wings go down 1-2-3. We go to the sixth inning, 8-4, Geneva on top. Move to the sixth inning here at McDonough Park, 8-4. Red Wings on top. Evan Carr back with you on Red Wings TV as Sean Lubreski, the starter for the Red Wings, back out on the mound for his sixth inning of work. I mentioned earlier, if you remember, it was Lubreski initially getting the start in the second game of July 9th's doubleheader against the Jamestown Jammers. He threw just one pitch and was taken out of the game after the game was delayed about a half an hour by the umpires. So making the start up here tonight. Doing a good job so far. First pitch of the sixth inning to Brendan Conley is taken down low for ball one. Conley 1 for 2 on the day, single in the second, and struck out swinging in the fourth. 1-0. On the corner at the knees, and the count's 1-1. To Conley, the native of Bristol, Rhode Island, plays his college baseball at Division I Siena. Just 5'7", 175 pounds is Conley. 1-1. Fouled back, and it's 1-2 on Brendan Conley as the netting here behind home always gives a lively bounce back out on the field as catcher Zach Miller just having to move a couple steps to his right to pick that foul ball up. And from the windup, the 1-2 to Conley. Just missed. And I got to believe that pitch was just high, as it looked like from my vantage point it caught the plate, so we'll call it high. And a 2-2 count now on Conley. Working quickly is Lubreski, and here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Zach Miller. And Brendan Conley is retired for the first out here in the top of the sixth on his second strikeout of the night. Number 9 batter Blaine Smith coming to the plate. As some frustration from these Elmira hitters being shown here tonight as Lubreski striking out many of them, and just about each time they are retreating to the dugout and tossing equipment and muttering some words that I can't repeat, as they have really had no answer from Lubreski as the first pitch to Blaine Smith is swung on and missed, 0-1. They have mustered 4 runs against Lubreski, but he has been in control for most of this game. 0-1 to Smith is popped up as that one will get out of play behind the party deck here on the third base side. It will bounce on the concourse, bounce over the fence, and get out of McDonough Park. So quickly 0-2 on the number 9 batter, third baseman Blaine Smith. He comes into this at-bat 1 for 2. He was a strikeout victim in the second, singled and came around to score in the fourth. Native of Oak Grove, Alabama, is Smith, Division I baseball player at Samford University. The 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, as Smith thinks that pitch was outside, but he is set down for the second out here in the top of the sixth for his second strikeout of the evening.
Shortstop, number 21, Jordan Westberg.
So that is now 7 strikeouts on the night. If you're keeping score at home for starter Sean Lubreski, and top of the order Jordan Westberg will come up. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Westberg, one of the few Pioneers who has not struck out so far tonight. He is 2 for 2, a single, a double, and a hit by pitch. Braunfels, Texas, playing in his 4th game as a member of the Pioneers. 1-0 is in there, and it's 1-1. In total, 5 different Pioneers have been set down on strikes by Lubreski, 2 of them twice. The 1-1 to Westberg is on the inside corner at the knees. He doesn't like that call. And it's 1-2 as it seems the strike zone of home plate umpire Derek Ivinski has extended a bit. It's extending for both sides, though, and that's all you can ask as a player. You just want consistency, and Ivinski has been consistent here tonight. 1-2. Just low and outside, and it's 2-2 on Jordan Westberg. Mentioned Westberg from New Braunfels, Texas. He plays at Division I Mississippi State. He hit .250 as a freshman. The 2-2. Chop slowly. Left side coming on is third baseman Jackson. Going to be a tough play. He fields and throws, but not in time to get the speedy Jordan Westberg as he reaches for his 3rd hit of the evening. So now 2 singles and a double to go along with the hit by pitch from Jordan Westberg, as he has been pretty much the lone bright spot on the day for the Pios, as catcher Tanner Johnson will come to the plate now. Johnson 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 1st, struck out swinging to end the 2nd, and grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there from Sean Lubreski, and Johnson about a day and a half out in front of that one, and it's 0-1 on the Pioneers catcher. Native of Crestwood, Kentucky is Johnson, plays at the University of Kentucky. 0-1, runner goes, pitches in the dirt, good pick, and the throw down to second is just not in time. Sliding in just ahead of that throw is Jordan Westberg, as he has the stolen base. That one shouldn't have even really been close. That pitch was in the dirt. Should have been an easy steal for Westberg, but a great job by catcher Zach Miller. He picked that one, came up and made a throw, and all in one motion. Made that play extremely close. 1-1. Ripped down the first base line, a fair ball. Coming around third is Jordan Westberg. He will score easily as catcher Tanner Johnson will round second, and now he will throw on the brakes and think better of it and head back to second with a 2-out RBI double to make it 8-5 Geneva here in the top of the 6th.
Center fielder number 2, Colin Davis.
So the stolen base now looms pretty big, as moving up to second was Westberg. He might have scored anyway on that double down the line, but removing all doubt by moving in scoring position prior to the 2-base hit by Tanner Johnson is now, as I mentioned, 8-5 Geneva on top. Pioneers still with a runner on second, and center fielder Colin Davis coming to the plate with 2 outs. First pitch to Davis is shot foul and out of play off the roof of the pavilion down the first base line, and it's 0-1. Davis 0 for 3 on the day, grounded back to the pitcher in the 1st, lined out to 3rd in the 3rd, and struck out swinging to end the 4th inning. Lubreski with a check of the runner. Now he'll make a pickoff throw, as coming over was shortstop Tanner Murray, and diving back in safely was Tanner Johnson. They tried to catch him sleeping, and it almost worked, as Johnson was hopping around behind pitcher Sean Lubreski off second base, and they almost picked him off. 0-1 to Davis is on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. As Lubreski really working that inside corner, and why not? Because home plate umpire Derek Ivinski has been giving it to him all game. 0-2 on Colin Davis. Lubreski looking for a big out to get out of the 6th, and here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Tanner Murray coming on, makes a nice pick, throws across his body, and they got him. As good pick by Nick Lubreski. He came off the base, but apparently kept just his toe on, as called out at first is Colin Davis for the final out here in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 8-5, Geneva on top. go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at McDonough Park, 8-5. Geneva on top. It will be the top of the order, led off by Brian Knapp here in the bottom of the 6th. As I mentioned earlier, the Red Wings trying to win tonight and pull even with the Pioneers with a second-place tie in the West Division. Right now, the Pioneers sitting just a game in front of the Red Wings, but that can be erased if the Red Wings were to emerge victorious here tonight. Knapp leading things off. He has been red hot here tonight, 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. First pitch to him from Billy Gregory is skied into left field. Coming on is Brendan Conley, now moving towards the foul line, and he dropped it. As that one hit Conley in the glove, the throw coming into the infield gets away, as Liam Hibbets will have to chase that one down in front of the Geneva bullpen, as that play was just a mess all around. As Brendan Conley overran the fly ball in left field. Brian Knapp reaching on the E7. Then the throw coming into the infield got over the head of shortstop Jordan Westberg, and it's a good thing Liam Hibbets was alert at first base, as if he didn't track that ball, it would have gotten into the Geneva bullpen, and Brian Knapp would have been allowed to get to second. But as it stands, Knapp at first base on the E7, and Tanner Murray coming up to the plate. First pitch to him is just off the plate, 1-0. Murray 0 for 3 on the day. A strikeout and a pair of pop-outs. The pop-outs going to catcher Tanner Johnson in the second and first baseman Liam Hibbets in the third. Both of those were in foul territory. A 1-0 to Tanner Murray. As it is a called strike on the inside corner, Tanner Murray called time right before Billy Gregory delivered that pitch, but home plate umpire Derek Ivinski didn't grant it. And the count evens 1-1 as Tanner Murray had one hand on the bat when that pitch was getting delivered. No chance, as time was not granted, as now he takes his sweet time digging back in. And Billy Gregory will get a little bit frustrated with that and step off, as now it looks like both guys are ready to play here. And the 1-1 is delayed by a pickoff throw over to first base. And diving back in safely is Brian Knapp. If you call time as a batter, most times the umpires will honor it, but if it's a little late and the pitcher looks like he's already delivering the ball, the umpire does not have to grant it. And that's what happened there. 1-1. Grounded to third and over the head of third baseman Blaine Smith and into left field. Conley will cut it off and keep Brian Knapp at second. But that will be the first hit of the game for Tanner Murray, as the crazy hops at third base, this time going in favor of the Red Wings. We saw one earlier bounce 4 or 5 feet over the head of Austin Jackson at third. This time it results in a base hit for the Wings, as Blaine Smith slid over and looked like he was going to make a play on that one, but again, just hitting that lip and shooting right over him into left field. So first and second, no outs, and Zach Miller squares around a bunt before the pitch is even thrown. Here's the pitch, and he gets down a great bunt. Fielding at first is first baseman Hibbets. He throws across for one and back onto first. Not in time, so a failed sacrifice bunt there by Zach Miller. It was a good bunt, but the problem was Liam Hibbets was all over it. Zach Miller squared so early that Liam Hibbets was right on top of him when he laid it down. Hibbets, the first baseman, fielded, threw over to third for the out. Blaine Smith threw back to first to try to complete the double play, but Zach Miller, hustling down the line, got there in time. So 1 out, still first and second runners, as Brian Knapp erased at third base. Tanner Murray will move up to second. And it will be Nick Lebraska at the plate with first and second, 1 out. First pitch to him from Billy Gregory. Called strike with the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Like Brian Knapp having a monster game, he is also 3 for 3. His 3 hits have all been singles in the first, the third, and the fourth. He came around to score in the third inning. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Took a healthy hack at that one, came up empty. And it's 0-2 as Gregory coming back with the fastball after he started the at-bat off with the breaking ball. And Lebraska in a quick hole here as Gregory looks to retire him for the first time here tonight. Check of the runners from Gregory. Another look, and now the 0-2. Rip to second, fielding on a hop is Rollman. He will go to second for 1, on to first for 2, and they complete the double play. A fly off the bat of Nick Lebraska ends the 8-5. Red Wings still on top. New pitcher in the game for Geneva will be right-hander number 10, Mark Bobko. Mark will come on to make his 8th appearance of the season, as that will close the book on starter Sean Libreski. Great job by him. 6-inning pitch, 10 hits, but he minimized the damage. Only 5 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, as he is in line for his 3rd victory of the season, barring a comeback by the Pioneers. First pitch from Bobko to Liam Hibbets is well outside, and it's 1-0. Bobko 1-2 on the season, 9.75 ERA in 7 appearances, 12 innings of work, 12 hits, 13 runs, 12 walks, and 8 strikeouts for the native of Metuchen, New Jersey. 1-0 is pop foul as Zach Miller turns around, gives it a look, and that one gets out of play. Sounded like it hit a car in the parking lot here behind McDonough Park, and the count evens 1-1 on Liam Hibbets, the cleanup batter for the Pioneers. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Bobko from the windup. The 1-1 pitch to Liam Hibbets is outside, and it's 2-1. Hibbets grounded out to first baseman Nick Lebraska in the first, grounded out to shortstop Tanner Murray in the third, and flew out to right fielder Jared Gillis in the fifth. As I mentioned, 0 for 3 total here in the game between the Pioneers and the Red Wings. 2-1 is fouled off, and that evens the count 2-2. I mentioned it's the 7th meeting between these two teams this season, as each team 3-3 in the head-to-head, and each team 3-0 at home. For whatever reason, the home team enjoying all the success in this season series so far. Geneva looking to improve to 4-0 at home against the Pioneers here tonight. 2-2 to Bobko to Hibbets is in the dirt, as Bobko went with the breaking ball. As that one missed, he tried to get Hibbets to chase. It was a good pitch. If Bobko was looking for the strikeout, Hibbets thought about offering, laid off, and the count 3-2 as Hibbets looks to get on here to try to spark a rally in the 7th inning with the Pioneers trailing by 3. Bobko peering in for his sign. He has it from the windup. The 3-2 popped up. This one is in play. Third base, Austin Jackson going back. He is in foul territory, and he makes the catch. Tanner Murray was right next to him watching him make that catch, as he was there if any help was needed, but Austin Jackson taking it himself, and Liam Hibbets is retired for the 4th time tonight on the pop out to third baseman Austin Jackson. So 1 out in the top of the 7th, and that will bring up second baseman Mason Rollman, as that will prompt a quick chat from catcher Zach Miller with pitcher Mark Bobko. It is just that, a quick one, as Zach Miller already back behind the plate, and we are ready to resume action. Mason Rollman digging in 1 for 2 on the day. First time facing Bobko, and the first pitch to him is low and outside. 1-0. Rollman singled in the 3rd. He also walked in the 1st and grounded out to 2nd in the 5th. Yesterday, Rollman hit his 2nd home run of the season, a 3-run shot in the 4th inning of the 6-2 Pioneers win. 1-0. Popped up, as that one will get out of play foul, as home plate umpire Derek Ivinski quickly running out of baseballs between all the foul balls from Liam Hibbets, and now Mason Rollman with one of his own to even the count 1-1. Bobko from the windup, the pitch. Grounded to second. Justin Etz fields. He is up with it. We'll have to hurry. He throws on to first and just does get the speedy Mason Rollman for out number 2 here in the 7th inning, as Etz was kind of taking his time with that one. Either he trusted his arm or he didn't really know how fast Mason Rollman was, as Rollman was burning down the line, and the throw just beat Rollman by maybe a half step. But in the end, it is an out. The 2nd out here in the top of the 7th, and Trevor Henneman will come up for the 4th time in this ballgame. He is 1 for 3 in his prior 3 at-bats. First pitch to him this time around, just off the plate, and it's 1-0. Henneman grounded out to third base his first 2 at-bats. Grounded another ball to third base in his 3rd at-bat, but it hit the lip and bounced over Austin Jackson into left field before a base hit. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't, says base umpire Daniel Clark, and it's 2-0 on Trevor Henneman, as he started to offer at that one, ended up pulling back, and the pitch almost hit him. 2-0 on Henneman, and the pitch from Mark Bobko. Good breaking ball in there for strike 1, and it's 2-1. As Bobko looks to set the Pioneers down in order here in the 7th. Got the first 2 outs of the inning, and now dealing with designated hitter Trevor Henneman. 2-1 pitch, another check swing. They appeal again. This time, Daniel Clark doesn't even give a signal. That one wasn't all that close, and it's called a ball. 3-1 on Trevor Henneman, as he looks for any way on here for the Pioneers, as they're looking to rally from a 3-run deficit. The 3-1 to Henneman is in there at the knees, and the count's full. 3-2. On deck is Tom Henderson. He is also 1 for 3 on the day, like current batter Trevor Henneman. The 3-2 from Bobko. Swing and a miss. Nasty curveball. Got Trevor Henneman for the final out here in the 7th inning. It's time to stretch at Geneva. 8-5, Geneva on top. The left-hander will come on to face 5, 6, and 7. And the Reds order led off by Jack Harris. First pitch is down low, and it's 1-0. Moffitt, the native of Valley Center, California, pitches at Division I UC Davis. And if you're wondering, yes, that is the same school that Red Wings shortstop Hayner Murray attends. So it'll be interesting if those two face off here. Murray not due up for a while, however, as the 1-0 is outside to Jack Harris. As Murray is due up 7th this inning, so it would take a rally or a couple innings of pitching from Brock Moffitt to see them face off. 2-0 to Jack Harris down low, 3-0. Moffitt working in his 7th appearance of the season, 0-0 with a 7.83 ERA, 10 in the 3rd innings, 18 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned, 6 walks, and 11 strikeouts for the lefty Moffitt. 3-0 to Jack Harris is down low, and that is a 4-pitch leadoff walk to Jack Harris here in the bottom of the 7th.
From Smyrna, Delaware, the right fielder, number 9, Jared Gillis.
So a leadoff runner for the Wings as they look for some insurance runs. Can never have too many of those. As Jared Gillis will come up to the plate, he checks the signs from third base coach Alex Bellardini, maybe a bunt being put on here. We'll see how small the Red Wings want to play it. Indeed, Gillis does bunt, and he gets it down. Fielding his Hibbets and having no play at first base, as getting over late covering the base was Brock Moffett. So Gillis will reach on what was intended to be a sac bunt. Will end up being a base hit. And moving up to second base is Jack Harris. So Liam Hibbets came on to field that bunt, and nobody was at first base. Neither second baseman Mason Rollman or pitcher Brock Moffett got over to cover the bases. Now first and second for Austin Jackson. He squares around early also. Red Wings looking to play some small ball here. First pitch is taken for a strike as Austin Jackson pulled the bunt back. Jackson 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles and a walk. He has been red hot, as I mentioned earlier. You can't say that enough. He has raised his average probably close to 200 points now in just 4 days. 0-1 to Jackson, squares again, and this time does get it down. Fielding is Liam Hibbets. He will turn and throw to second baseman Mason Rollman covering first, so a good sac bunt by Austin Jackson will push Jack Harris to third, and Jared Gillis to second with 1 out. And Justin Etz coming to the plate.
From Poughkeepsie, New York, second baseman number 1, Justin Etz.
Etz is 1 for 3 on the day, grounded into a fielder's choice that played it a run in the second, singled and scored in the third, and grounded out to third in the fifth. Pioneers bring their infield in. The first pitch to Justin Etz is a called strike on the outside corner. As Pioneers trailing by 3 here in the seventh, can't afford to give up any more runs. They pull the infielders in to try to cut down Jack Harris at home on a ground ball. 0-1 to Etz. Popped up. Right side, going out Rollman and Hibbets, the second baseman and the first baseman, and Rollman drops it. In shallow right field, the ball drops. Justin Etz will get all the way to second, and coming home to score is Jack Harris. As 1 run coming home on that. We'll wait to see what the official scoring is on that play. That was a very tough play for second baseman Mason Rollman. He ran a mile. Because I remind you that the infield was in for the Pioneers, so Rollman had to run a long way into shallow right to try to catch that one. I guess we're going to call it a hit for now. As coming in to score is Jack Harris. Getting all the way to second was Etz. And moving over to third is Gillis is now a pinch hitter. For Mike Piscores, it will be number 7, Jesse Hall. Coming on, seeing his first action here in the game, takes a first pitch strike from Brock Moffett. As now the reality of Moffett and Murray facing off is becoming all more real as the 0-1 is in the dirt. Initially, home plate umpire Derek Ivinski, I think he said he went around at first. And, yep, that's what he did say, as I didn't think he did offer at that one. He barely made a move of the bat, but it's 0-2 on Jesse Hall. And here's the 0-2 from Moffett. Swing and a miss. So 3 pitches, and Jesse Hall is down on strikes in his first at-bat of the evening. And Brian Knapp will come back up to the plate. Knapp, red hot. He's been on base all 4 times. 3 of them were base hits, 2 singles and a double. He also reached on an error by left fielder Brendan Conley just last inning. He also has 4 RBIs. First pitch this time around is high and outside, 1-0. A base hit here might plate 2 more and give Knapp 6 RBIs in a monster game for him. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, it's a 1-0 count on the leadoff man, Brian Knapp. And the pitch from Moffett up high, and it's 2-0. Tanner Murray mentioned earlier he plays at the same school as pitcher Brock Moffett. He awaits on deck. The 2-0 to Brian Knapp. Up high, and it's 3-0. So the control kind of slipping away from Brock Moffett here as he faces the lefty Brian Knapp. Peers in for the 3-0 sign. And the pitch in there, called strike, and it's 3-1. I was wondering if maybe they'd give Knapp the green light with how hot he's been today, but he was taking all the way on 3-0, and it's 3-1. And here's the offering from Moffett. Up and in, and he walked Brian Knapp, who reaches for the 5th time here in this one, as now Tanner Murray will come to the plate, and we will have a showdown. between two players that play at the same school, Brock Moffitt and Tanner Murray, both playing at Division I UC Davis. These guys, I'm sure, very familiar with each other. It'll be interesting to see how these two guys go about attacking one another. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here in the 7th, first pitch to Tanner Murray on the outside corner for strike 1. Big moment in the game. You almost forget that these two are teammates, as there's more important things. There's 3 runners on base. If any of these guys score, it could help blow the game wide open for the Wings. The 0-1 to Murray. Check swing as he takes a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count evens 1-1. Good block behind the plate by catcher Tanner Johnson, as he is a D1 catcher, and he's looked every bit of it tonight. Looks very strong. I don't remember a single pitch getting past him all night. The 1-1 in the showdown of players from UC Davis is grounded to third. Blaine Smith will field. Throw on to first. It's in the dirt, and a great pick by Liam Hibbets. So Brock Moffitt wins the battle of the teammates. The Red Wings do score 1. We're through 7 innings. 9-5. Geneva on top.
Field to left field is Jared Gillis.
But if it's if it is head-to-head record, as I would have the edge in that as well, as the two teams tied 3 games apiece as of right now, as we have some defensive changes for you. Jared Gillis moving from right field to left field, and Sam Fuller coming into the game in right field. First chin is in there as Mark Baum for his by Jesse Hall in the bottom of the 7th. So Hall out of the game. Gilliam Fuller into right field. 1-1 is ripped to short. Tanner Murray and Tom Henderson will reach first base. We'll await the official score on that play. What a tough play, as Murray had to go to the backhand, as now we see it is officially scored. And E6 on Tanner. Tom Henderson is on base to lead off the 8th inning. Brendan Conley will come to the plate now for the 4th time in his evening, and the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Conley 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd, and has since struck out swinging twice in a row as he awaits the 0-1 pitch, and here it is, a good breaking ball from reliever Mark Bobko, and it's quickly 0-2 on the number 8 batter, left fielder Brendan Conley. 9-5, Red Wings on top of the 8th. Runner on first, no outs, and Brendan Conley at the dish. The 0-2 from Bobko. Just low, as Bobko thought it was strike 3. Just missed below the knees, and the count 1-2 on Brendan Conley, with Blaine Smith lurking on deck. Bobko set at the letters. The 1-2 to right-handed batter Brendan Conley. up high, and it's 2-2. Bobko tried climbing the ladder, and a good take by Brendan Conley will even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Blaine Smith. Like Conley, Smith has also struck out twice in this ballgame. The 2-2 to Brendan Conley. Breaking ball just missed. As a couple of close pitches here with 2 strikes, not going the way of pitcher Mark Bobko. And the count running full, 3-2. So from 0-2 to 3-2. And now we'll see if Tom Henderson is off at first base on the pitch. The 3-2 runner does not go, and the pitch is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Brendan Conley tossed the bat as he thought it was ball 4, but Derek Ivinski says not so fast, as Brendan Conley is struck out for the 3rd time in tonight's game. So 1 out now in the top of the 8th. Tom Henderson still on first base, and it will be Blaine Smith at the plate. 1 for 3 on the day is Smith. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Smith has sandwiched a single in between 2 strikeouts. His strikeout in the 2nd was swinging. His strikeout in the 6th was looking. His single in the 4th, his only hit of the game, he came around to score a run in that frame for the Pioneers. A 1-0 from Bobko. Grounded sharply to first, but foul, as Nick Lebraska flashed the glove at that one as it went by, just to the right of the first base bag. And a loud strike for number 9 batter Blaine Smith, but that's all it is, just a strike. And the count even 1-1 now on the native of Oak Grove, Alabama. Blaine Smith plays Division I baseball at Samford University. Mark Bobko looking to erase the leadoff error by Tanner Murray. 1-1 to Blaine Smith is low and in the dirt. Good block by Zach Miller to keep that one in front of him. As the count now 2-1. And top of the order, Jordan Westberg looming on deck. Bobko peering in for his sign. Has it. He comes set at the letters. Gives a look to Tom Henderson at first. And now the 2-1 to Blaine Smith. Low and in the dirt again. Another good stop by catcher Zach Miller. And the count 3-1 on Blaine Smith. There is some activity in the Red Wings bullpen. As Bobko in a little bit of trouble here. 3-1 count with a runner on first. There is 1 out. And the Red Wings do lead by 4.